Be friendly to everybody. Protect yourself. People sometimes want a piece of you for no good reason. And always do things out of love, not fear. I know that in life there will be sickness, devastation, disappointments, heartache. It's a given. What's not a given is the way you choose to get through it all. If you look hard enough, you can always find the bright side. Well, dating has become a sport and not about finding the person you love. You can't really invest in your looks as the only thing because it's a depreciating asset. It's like putting money into a stock that's going down. I don't think any other emotion is the equivalent of laughter. So I do whatever I can to laugh all the time and to hide my pain. It's downright undignified how many blazers I've bought over the years and will continue to buy. They immediately give shape and add authority. With the perfect blazer, anything is possible. I hate to be a broken record. My parents have a lot to do with that too, because that's how they live their lives. I have 6 brothers and sisters. We all look totally different. Blonde hair, curly hair, green eyes, dark skin, light skin. It's just how it is. Smiling is definitely one of the best beauty remedies. If you have a good sense of humor and a good approach to life, that's beautiful. I think that women are powerful and they're multifaceted and they're survivors. They don't have to depend on a man to do the things they needed them to do, whether it was hunting or lifting heavy things. So what's a man's place now? Who knows? I have a father who came from nothing and conquered the world. The last thing I'm going to do is sit here and spend his money and try to look pretty. That's not interesting to me at all. If you feel like you can't actually do the right thing and you're headed off into the field of justice, maybe there's no point in going into it. When a thing you love faces adversity, you start to feel more protective of it. Also, you take an inventory all the time. You ask yourself, is this worth all my fighting? I'm a sponge. I'm obsessed with comedy. I'm obsessed with the idea that you can make somebody laugh. And I love to be around people who can make other people laugh. I don't really mess with Instagram much, but I get why people love it. Because to me, it's better to tell a story through a picture than 140 characters. I have a deep respect for musicians, and I feel like I would want to be so prepared and so well educated and deep in the process before I ever release anything. I'm friends with a lot of my exes, but it took time. We didn't just get into it. I don't think you can be friends until you're cool with them dating someone else. That's when you know. In early high school years, I was pretty chubby, and I spent a lot of time on my computer. Before it was cool to have a computer because there was a time that was true. So that's where I developed my personality. My pet peeve and my goal in life is to somehow get an adjective for integrity in the dictionary. Truthful doesn't really cover it. Or genuine. It should be like integritus. You can love somebody and it can change your life, but it doesn't mean that you're necessarily right to be together forever. But that love will change your life forever, and that's okay. My activities tend to revolve around crossword, puzzles, reading and playing, piano and games with my friends. Timing is everything with relationships. The justice system is flawed, and that just because you're overtly guilty doesn't actually mean you're actually going to go away to jail. When people don't know what you are, you get your heart broken daily. There's a sense of entitlement and isolationism that I think is really dangerous. And the way globalization and technology have been used isn't really for the best. I feel like there is this weird thing where celebrity involvement in political campaigns kind of goes together like peanut butter and chocolate. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I think anybody who has had a long relationship and has had a really hard time letting go wants to feel like it's not all for naught and it's meaningful because it makes you who you are. I kind of understand now why people freak out when they see celebrities that they love, because that's how I feel about every single Muppet. I definitely work pretty hard to stay present and focused. I've also tried to create a life for myself where I'm surrounded by honest, loyal, and funny people, because I like to laugh. I've always dreamt of having some sort of undercover job. I think it's probably the coolest thing in the world. but ultimately, a very lonely life. Women can do anything, and I want to see that. I want them to make more movies for girls and just for girls. I want studios to start doing that. I'm not easily offended. I have a pretty high tolerance for raunchiness or shock value, so I'm the wrong person to use as a gauge. It's very challenging to learn something new as an adult. I think you make mistakes, especially in your 20s, where you date guys you wouldn't even be friends with, ever. I know what it's like to have my heart broken. It is not adorable. Music will always be a part of my life, but career-wise, acting is where my heart is. I think every girl has that a guy she has trouble letting go of. I did a lot of theater in school. I thought maybe I wanted to go to law school or be a judge or a politician. And then I just kind of got smitten by the process of rehearsal and working with other actors and those kinds of challenges. And then comedy. Men do weird things when they experience fear. It's like a fight or flight thing. It's such a fortunate life if you can work as an actor. I like to wear what make me feel great, which can mean the color, or that the fit's right, or that it's just an interesting piece of clothing. I like to change it up. Mom is the most unconditionally loving person I will ever know, and she has always supported me on every level. People are very nice to me, and they've been nice as my career has gotten better and I've gotten more jobs. But the reality is that if I decided tomorrow that I didn't want to act anymore, it's not like people are going to be like, please, come back. Control the public's perception of you, and nobody will care if you have any talent. There's a definite responsibility that comes with being famous. You shouldn't be able to just dress up and look pretty. You know, I grew up on romantic comedies, and it's hard to find a new way to tell that story. People are not enjoying life because they're trying to be something or brand themselves. I think people kind of come in who they are, and it sort of doesn't even matter who their parents are. It can affect you a little bit, and you can be guided and shaped. Just because a situation is grim doesn't mean you don't have every right to smile. Invest in your brain, invest in your talents. Those things can appreciate, and they get better as you get older. Rashida Leah Jones, born February 25, 1976, was born in Los Angeles, California, to actress Peggy Lipton and musician or record producer Quincy Jones. She is the younger sister of actress and model Kidada Jones, and half-sister to 5 siblings from their fathers. Other relationships including Kenya Jones and Quincy Jones III. Jones's father has Taika roots from Cameroon and a Welsh paternal grandfather. Her mother was Ashkenazi Jewish, a descendant of Jewish immigrants from Russia and Latvia. Jones and her sister were raised in Reform Judaism by their mother. Jones attended Hebrew school, though she left at the age of 10 and did not have a bat mitzvah. Jones' first name derives from the Arabic word for righteous. Rashida Jones is an American actress and filmmaker. She is best known for her roles as Louisa Fenn on the Fox drama series Boston Public 2002, as Karen Filippelli on the NBC comedy series The Office 2006-2009. 2011, as Ann Perkins on the NBC comedy series Parks and Recreation 2009-2015, and as the eponymous lead role in the TBS comedy series Angie Tribeca 2016-2019. Jones also appeared in the films I Love You, Man 2009, The Social Network 2010, Our Idiot Brother 2011, The Muppets 2011, Celeste and Jessie Forever 2012, which she co-wrote, and Tag 2018. Jones also co-wrote the story of Toy Story for 2019. She worked as a producer on the film Hot Girls Wanted 2015 and the series Hot Girls Wanted, Turned on 2017, directing the first episode of the latter. Both works explore the sex industry. In 2018, her documentary Quincy, about her father Quincy Jones, debuted on Netflix. It won the Grammy Award for Best Music Film in 2019.